Hey guys, welcome to another video. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching the videos I've been making over the past week and a bit. It means a lot that you've been watching them, and all the new subscribers I've got, thank you so much. Your support means more than you know. So I just want to give an update in this video, and I want to talk about this sweet jacket that I got. It's not exactly the topic of this channel, but I was checking out my Instagram feed as usual. Most of the channels that I follow are fitness, so I'm constantly seeing like super sexy men and women all the time. And on another day, I'll probably cover our psychological effects of looking at these social media things. For a breath of fresh air, I follow a few motorbike sites. Bobber Brothers is a fantastic Instagram channel that I like to watch, and they had this jacket. I'll show you the picture here that inspired me, and I jumped on the website and I bought this. I think it's pretty sick. I accidentally bought two, which is probably a good thing because I don't tend to buy myself a lot of clothes, so when this one gets wrecked, I'll have a new one in storage, all wrapped up, nice and new, and I can bust out then. Anyway, today we're here to talk about safeties. What are they, when to use them, and why we use them. It's really going to be a very quick one. I made sure that my squat rack is in the backdrop behind me so you can see. Let me just move you guys down just a little bit. So these are safety rails, and I see a lot of people squatting or bench pressing without these in place if they are bench pressing in a squat cage. Now if you're bench pressing by yourself, you don't have a spotter to help out, I recommend, if you have access to a squat cage or a half rack, set your bench up here, and you can move your J hooks down to the right height, and you can move your safety rails to basically in line with your rib cage, so that when you're at the bottom, maybe there's like an inch or so of room between the bar and the safety rails, and that way if you get to failure, you can just fully exhale, letting the air out of your lungs, and then that deflating of the lungs is going to allow you to rest the bar on the safety rails, and then you're not going to be getting squished until suffocated. So more often than not, I see people squatting in a cage or a half rack, and their technique can be questionable, but that's a topic for another day. But most importantly, I see people squatting without these set up at the right height. Now what you want to do is basically perform a couple of squats and use those reps to determine the lowest point in which the bar is traveling. And take a look. From there, you can set these up to the height of your range. So, you know, at the bottom, the bar's going to be just shy of touching. That way, if I reach fatigue and fail, then I can just drop down into a deeper squat, and the bar's going to land on these safety rails, and I'm not going to get squished or injure myself. And it's also peace of mind. Sometimes it might be a bit of an scapegoat, so I can sort of see why some people may choose to have them really low, because it doesn't give them the option to fail. But at the end of the day, you need to have that mental drive and focus, and just don't fail. This is where your training program comes in. If you know that last week you did 100 kilos for 12 reps or whatever it may be, you have to match that or beat it if that's the plan for that session. If you're on a deload, then obviously that's fine. But my point is, safeties, they take a small amount of time to set up, and it could save you back, and it could definitely prevent an injury, meaning if you're not hurt, you can train another day. If you hurt yourself, then progression is definitely not on the cards, and that's not what we want. Progression leads to gains, and gains is what we want. I'm going to just quickly switch over to a clip where I'm doing some squats in a cage, and you'll see the bar is close to the safeties. It's a different setup to this one, so check it out. I'll be back with you in a second. So here you can see I've got the J hooks at a height where the bar is right on my shoulder height. About armpit height is a good height to go for. And once I unrack the weight, I can step back into my squatting position and drive my hips down to the marker. And you can see there's probably about a fist distance between the bar and the safety rails. And that way, if I do reach failure to a degree where I need to drop the weight, I can just
escape by sitting down and dumping the weight forward in front of me, and it's going to land on those rails. You will see people squatting with them right down at their ankle height, or maybe completely not there at all. Obviously, they're not going to do their job if they're not there to do it. So take the 20 seconds it takes to set them up, and you can have peace of mind and push yourself a lot harder, knowing that you're decreasing risk factors by quite a bit.
Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button and the bell icon so you get notified for future updates. Don't forget to drop a comment down below if you have any fitness related questions or just any questions in general. I'm more than happy to give my best attempt to address them. And yeah, thanks heaps for your support. See you guys in the next one.